Hey y'all, today I'm recreating one of my all-time favorite rolls, my gluten-free Hawaiian rolls, plus a bonus method that I think you're gonna love. They start with my gluten-free master sweet dough, the base of many of my recipes. When I've served these to my family, they don't even realize they're eating gluten-free. They've got that traditional sweetness to them, as all Hawaiian rolls do, and are buttery and squishy and just perfect. But that's not all, y'all. I've also recreated my gluten-free pumpkin rolls, which I shaped into cute little pumpkins the last time, just to show you how versatile this dough is and the many different ways you can shape and flavor these rolls. These are just as squishy as the Hawaiian rolls, but this time with a distinctly pumpkin spice flavor and real pumpkin in the dough. So let's get into it and I'll show you how to make them. As I said, we're starting with my gluten-free sweet dough, but we're going to divide this batch and not only make the Hawaiian rolls, but the pumpkin rolls too. So I've got 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice here. You can use homemade or store-bought. See the recipe on the blog for how to make it homemade. And a half a cup or 120 grams of pumpkin puree, which is just canned pumpkin. Just make sure not to get the pumpkin pie filling. And you've probably seen this dough before if you've watched any of my videos, but in case you haven't, it's such a simple, enriched dough. All of my doughs are very simple to make, really. You just dump all the ingredients into a bowl, mix for 5 minutes, cover, and then let proof until doubled, and then refrigerate overnight. So this is an entire batch of dough, and I'm going to weigh it so I can divide it pretty evenly. And this weighs 1336 grams or 1.33 kilograms. So half of that would be 668. Yeah, 668 grams. So I'm just going to divide this in half. So 668, 667, that's just fine. You can certainly make an entire batch of the Hawaiian rolls or an entire batch of the pumpkin rolls. Okay, I'll put aside this one half and go ahead and knead this half until it's smooth. That's really the only reason to knead gluten-free dough, is to knock out any air bubbles and get it nice and smooth. Okay, this looks great. All right, the traditional way I always make rolls is to weigh individual portions and then shape them into rounds. So I'm weighing these to be about 2 ounces each, give or take. If they're 2.1, it's fine, or 1.9, that's fine too. Let me grab my pan. This is my cute little 8-inch square pan. Isn't this adorable, y'all? I got this from Michael's. They sometimes have the cutest little baking dishes. I have many of them from many different holidays. But all of these aren't gonna fit in here. I already can tell, so I think I'll just make 9, and then I'll put the rest of this dough in with the other half. All right, y'all have seen me do this before, at least most of y'all, so I'll only do it a few times so I won't bore you with it. But I just fold the corners into the center, flip it over, and then on an unfloured surface, I roll it in my cupped hand into a perfect round. And if it sticks, which is okay because the friction actually helps create that nice smooth round, just use your bench scraper to lift it up. Oh, I almost forgot to butter my dish. So let me grab a teeny bit of butter and just use my fingers here to spread this all around. We'll do 3 rows of 3, so pretty close together. They're going to bake into each other. And I'm just going to press these down very lightly, not to flatten them completely, just a little bit to give them each an even starting position. And let me grab just a sheet of plastic wrap, and I will put these aside to start rising while I work on the other half. So this is my new technique that I think y'all are going to love because it's a big time saver. I'm warning you though, this does get a little messy. You can do this a number of ways though. You can start with the pumpkin dough like if you're making the entire recipe of dough into pumpkin rolls, just add the pumpkin and the spice right to the bowl when you're making the dough. That's the easiest way. But if you know that I use this dough for so many things, I like to divide it in half and make one recipe and then another recipe. I often have half of this dough in my fridge, and the only way to get that pumpkin in there is to either use a mixer, and you certainly can do that, or to do this method, which is very messy, but that's okay. I'm just going to roll with it, and you're going to want to add 70 to 105 grams extra gluten-free bread flour blend. And that's just to compensate for the pumpkin, which is basically adding hydration to the dough. It's really sticky and really messy, but it'll get better, I promise. Just keep adding that additional flour. You don't want to go too overboard, but I have put it in the recipe to add at least 70 to 105 grams, which is like a half to 3/4 of a cup of my gluten-free bread flour blend. You don't need to get this to where it's not sticky at all either, because we're not going to shape these individually. So this looks good enough. Let me grab my other baking dish here. Can y'all tell I love the color pink? This one I got from Disney World, and it's got little Mickeys all on the sides, but I'll just butter this real quick. And let me just scrape this all off and cleaned up so I can show you how to do this. It's really so much of a time saver, y'all. And for Thanksgiving, that's a really great thing. I'm just going to plop this dough right into the pan. And I'll just try to get it into as much of an even layer as I can. This is a little too much though, so I'm going to remove just a little bit of this because that was a little more when we added the extra from the Hawaiian rolls. That looks good. Okay, so here's the cool part. To make the rolls, I'm just going to take my bench scraper and mark where I want the rolls to be, like a grid pattern. And then I'll just cut them with my bench scraper. How cool is that? Like, why didn't I think of this before? You can easily get 9 rolls in no time and not have to worry about shaping each one individually. And they're all going to taste the exact same. So you don't have to do this just for the pumpkin rolls. This can be done for any of my rolls, including the Hawaiian rolls. I have a little bit of this dough left over, so I'll wrap this up and I'll put it back in the fridge. Maybe I'll fry it up and make up like a pumpkin donut or something with it. That'd be good. All right, I'm going to cover this one too with plastic, and I'll let it rise until nearly it doubled in size as well. Alrighty, y'all. These are perfectly risen. Nice and soft and bouncy. I'm just brushing a little bit of melted butter all over them. And they're going to bake at 350 Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes or until they're beautifully golden brown and the center roll feels kind of solid when you press on it gently. It won't feel like it's uncooked underneath. I know that's hard to imagine, but you'll know what I mean when you get to that point. If you press it at like 25 minutes and it feels like it's squishing down like too much, like it's raw, you'll be able to tell. You will. Look at how good these look, y'all. I'm so excited. Aren't they beautiful? I've got some of that butter left over, so I'll just go ahead and use that up and brush it on the hot rolls, and it kind of soaks in. It gives it a nice soft crust. And I'm going to let these cool to at least warm before I give them a try. I'm not going to wait until they're fully room temperature. Okay, I've waited as long as I possibly can. These are still pretty warm. And look at how soft and squishy these are. It's just so awesome to see such good gluten-free bread. Y'all know what it means when you cannot find good gluten-free bread. And I love how the crust on top gets like kind of crackly a little bit. It's almost like a real like hamburger bun, I want to say. If you remember those when you'd squish down on them and the like part of the top of the bun like kind of comes off like this. It's so classic of real gluten-filled buns. And I'm just going to tip this entire thing out because of the way we made the rolls. The whole thing will come out all in one. And what is so great about this is now you can make those slider sandwiches that I see so many recipes for, where they cut the entire top off like horizontally and then just fill the bottom and put the top back on. And now you can do that with pumpkin rolls, with Hawaiian rolls, with any of my rolls. But check out this pumpkin roll, y'all. Look at how thick it is. And it's so pillowy, soft, and squishy. I can smell that pumpkin spice too, but let me taste it just to make sure. Yep, you can taste the pumpkin spice in there, and the real pumpkin makes them extra moist. I would love these with like a honey butter or honey cinnamon butter. Whichever ones you want to make, y'all, you have options. You can make them the slightly more involved way or the super simple way. And as always, no one will know they're gluten-free. Enjoy!